Hey guys, thank you again for tuning in. So today I want to do a reaction video on this is a feel good video I just watched. It's from this is about the lucky Filipino Grab driver who got 40,000 cash. How many times do you see that? I mean, so this, I'm really enjoy watching that video. I have seen, actually this is a video from Q Adventure. The owner of the channel his name is Derek. So Derek is from actually, I found out later from another channel. He was from Vietnam. His background is Chinese, and he's from Vietnam. And it's quite interesting his story. His story was he was when he was very young age. He was as a refugee to migrate to U.S. He was 8 or 9, and then he was while waiting to get the go-ahead signal, I guess, to migrate to the U.S. They have to kind of be like a waiting area. So they spent a couple of times in Thailand and also in the Philippines, and that's where he got to introduce to the Filipino culture and the hospitality. And he said that he just felt like he felt a good connection with the Filipino. That's why now that was when he was 8 or 9 years old. His family was like they stay in a like a refugee status in the Philippines for 6 months while waiting for their paperwork to get in process to migrate to the U.S. That's where he get a chance to get to know the Filipino culture, and then he felt like he has some good connection. And at 44, I think, I think he's 44 years old now. He decided that he want to come back to the Philippines and make Philippines his home. Of course, he's now a U.S. citizen, but he preferred to stay in the Philippines and help the Filipino people, the community, which is is very you guys got to watch it. Got to go check out his channel. It's a feel good channel. So he is he has has some business in the U.S. that he can afford to live in the Philippines while conducting the business in the U.S. Which is very nice because the business in the U.S. was generating an in an income of dollar. As we know, the conversion right now, dollar is very strong. If you convert to Filipino peso, so that was all good. It's a perfect timing. Um, let's go back to before I get too far. Let's go back to the Filipino cab driver. So basically, when there was in the Philippines, he was he of course he was try to enjoy the scenery, the country, and then he was able, he rent I believe he kind of rent a grab driver to take him around, and that's where he met this Filipino grab driver. I forgot his name. Sorry, forgot his name. But this Filipino, let's go, Filipino grab driver. So he feel like there's a good vibe, but between the two of them. So he feel like he can trust this Filipino grab driver. So eventually he got the chance to use him more and then get to know him better. And then one day I think they would start to talk about business, what uh, like something like has to do with probably with rental or vehicle rental, or in their case was renting a motorbike, which is in Asia, motorbike is king. So as we know, foreigner, it's you can own a business in the Philippines. I believe you can own, but here you have to have a partnership with the Filipino. So he started to try to get this like try to talk to the Filipino Grab driver, say, can you help me? I want to start with this business. Getting the license. To have this like a bike rental business. So and then that's what the Filipino did. Then finally, they finally, I think one day Derek tried to, I don't know if this is like a try to test the, to the honesty, of the Filipino Grab driver. He gave him, 100,000 peso to, I think for the licensing or to get started with the business, something like that. And then for some reason, there's they counter some roadblock. So and then did not did not go as smooth. And then Derek said, you know what, why don't you just give my money back? And the Filipino Grab driver, without hesitation, just gave it, the 100,000 back to Derek. And kind of that was a kind of a shocking, like he could not believe it that this man would, return the 100,000, without hesitation. So that really kind of set the the trust, trusting period. I like the way he, Derek, how he interact with the people, how he make the judgment. I always said that I have also pretty good with judgment on people. So I think it's the instinct, it's the instinct. For me, I credited that because I was in the sales business when I was in the Philippines. You kind of on the job training. Um, when I was doing that, the my boss always tell, like I would go out and try to, of course, try to sell, the shoes. And then how do you know? How do you know how who to trust? Who's customer? Sometimes we have a way of finding, the background of the customer, but there are times, it's like, you don't have much record of that, especially if it's a new customer. So my manager always, tell me that, hey, this is it's going to be on your judgment. You decide, if you want to trust this customer or not. We management in the company, we have, we have to trust you guys. You are the eyes of the company. So I kind of, at a very young age, I have to, kind of have to training on the job, have to, uh, just by looking at people, the body language, by the way they talk. And of course, you have to gather, background information. um, that's where you make your decision if you want to give this customer a credit. So, and I don't know the background of Derek, but I know he's also in the sales business. So he feel like he can trust. When he returned 100 grand back to him, he feel like he can trust. And then on that video I was watching, and then all of a sudden, he just pull out. I think the business was was able to they were able to finally, after the roadblock, they were able to secure, I guess, the license. And now the business is making money. So he decided to share, the fortune, with now his partner, his business Filipino partner. So that was a very good story. And then it kind of reminded me of some people, some of my family and friends. That is what we do in the Philippines. My uncle, I've shared this with my early viewer, the one who been watching me for a long time. That my uncle was like that too. He will he was in Manila, in actually in Divisoria. And he has he's a businessman, and then he owned a lot of business before that I know that I can remember. And I remember he always, tell us a story, or my aunt will be telling me. Um, you know, what my uncle will do is, if say if he sees somebody like has has potential or smart, and then they have idea but they don't have money, my uncle will say, okay, um, I go into business with you. Let's be partner. We can split 50-50. You do the work. I provide the financial. So that's what my uncle was doing during those time. He would do partnership with other people. And then I also have a friend. He's also into he a Filipino that he got to know, and then the Filipino has the experience, working in it's like a, I don't know what's in the terms in English. It's a play. I don't know if you Filipino know what I'm talking about. It's like a strap. This is a strap like for packing, packing. And then my friend he said, to the Filipino that since you have the experience, the knowledge, let's go into partnership. And he go with like 60-40. Of course, my friend's the one who's going to put the money, and they're both gonna be working in the company, and the Filipino will just use his experience and connection. So the split was 60-40. My friend get the 60, and the Filipino will get 40. It all depend on your situation, because my uncle he never liked at that time he was much older already. He doesn't like to get into when he do partnership with you. He like to you do all the work. You do the work. He just provide you the money, and then he would just like monitor, make sure you're doing the right thing. That's all. He's kind of hands off. He doesn't get too much involved in terms of partnership. So that's how he arranged. I remember he would if he go a business with you, he would provide you a small salary that for you to live on, and then basically the biggest margin of the biggest money will come after the year end, and then if the company make money, and then you're gonna get half of the share. So it was a very good it's very successful. He's been very successful that way. So go back to for Derek. Derek is very interesting. I start to watch his video. I try to watch as many video, but I don't really have much time. Even I'm retired, but I still have a lot of things to do. I have seen him. He keeps saying that he like to do philanthropy, and then for a while, I don't know what he exactly. So finally, I was able to watch some of the video, and I really like the way his thinking, and the way he helped people, because he doesn't believe in a handout, like if just give somebody like on the street some money to to get some food or get the fried chicken or something, then like that, and then the next day that person will be hungry again. As we have said, there's a saying that you feed a man give a man a fish. He I cannot remember exactly. The quote, give the man a fish, something that he eat for the day, and then if you teach the man how to fish, it will help him for a lifetime, something like that. So I think that's what his belief also, that now he was most of his philanthropy was helping young people. I think there's one I seen the one of the video that he's trying to offer this young man because he was working. I think he was working for him part time, and then he has to he's not from the area. He has to go back to his wife and future. I think a baby coming soon. So basically they hardly see each other. He would go home and then every 3 weeks just for a day, maybe a day and a half, and then have to go back again to to Cebu area, somewhere right there. So it's kind of difficult. So Derek has offered him that, why don't you, if you work for me, you can work maybe 3 weeks straight, which is in the Philippines most people work 6 days a week. But in his business is sometimes you can be busy, but there are times there's no customer. So he said you can work 3 weeks straight and then you can go home for 1 week. So I think that is much better deal. So you can spend more time with your family. And then I also seen that one of the video that he was trying to. He also helps a young mechanic. He gave the mechanic I think 12,000 in order for him to get the driver's license. So I don't know why would it cost so much though to get the driver's license again. I've been away too long. I don't know the cost anymore. Maybe that also include the training, driving a car or something like that. I'm not quite sure. And then I also have seen that he was giving money to these young girls, help them with the school, especially one of the hardworking, working student at the McDonald's that he tried to provide, and he have said it on that video that he want to helps people that young kids that they just probably need a nut of helping. So I think that was a really good if you're gonna do philanthropy, I think that was a very good idea because at least once they finish school they be able to stand on their own, and at the same time, hey, you know what, they might even share their blessing to others. So you like to find something like a win-win situation. At the also it's like a continue to spread the positive vibe. So I'm really I really am enjoying watching a Q adventure video. So I just thought I'll make a reaction video and also share the channel, and see let me know your thought on this on this video. Do you like to see something like that? Um, and what's your opinion? Thank you again for watching. Take care, stay safe, and bye bye now.